Friday, May 29, 2026, began with an unlikely convergence of news: an exploded rocket at Cape Canaveral, a major leak from Apple's design team, and an AI startup suddenly valued at nearly $1 trillion. For the first half of this decade, the industry followed a singular path. It was a race for consumer eyeballs, massive clusters of computing power, and the pursuit of a generalized artificial general intelligence at any price. But the costs of that model are finally catching up. Enterprises are facing astronomical bills for unoptimized computing, while users have grown tired of hallucinating chatbots and digital assistants that fail to perform basic tasks. The headlines from May 29 reflect a material shift in how the market values technology. We are seeing a move away from the move fast and break things philosophy that defined the last 20 years. Success in this environment is being measured by a new set of metrics: safety, specialized execution, and, most importantly, honesty. Anthropic is the clearest example of this shift. They just closed a $65 billion Series H funding round, bringing their valuation to $965 billion. That is a figure equivalent to Switzerland's entire GDP, or the combined value of every airline in the United States. This chart tracks Anthropic's rapid ascent against OpenAI. While OpenAI remains focused on consumer-facing AGI, Anthropic captured the lead by prioritizing Fortune 500 contracts and safety-first development. In less than 100 days, Anthropic's valuation grew 2.5 times over. Look at the core feature of their new model, Claude Opus 4.8. Anthropic is now marketing honesty as a technical specification. In coding tests, the model is 4 times more likely to admit it doesn't know an answer than its predecessor. For a corporate client, a model that declares its uncertainty is infinitely more valuable than one that confidently generates errors. This same demand for reliability has fueled the growth of Glean. By ignoring the consumer market entirely, this enterprise search startup just reached $300 million in annual recurring revenue, tripling its business in 15 months. Their context graph technology acts as an intelligent filter. By organizing a company's internal data before it even reaches a large language model, Glean can reduce total computing costs by 70%. This focus on a single, boring problem, enterprise search, has allowed Glean to outperform tech giants. This chart compares their sub-2-second response times and 92% accuracy against the more generalized tools from Microsoft and Google. Solving one specific organizational problem with high precision has proven more lucrative than building a universal application that tries to do everything for everyone. We see this same focus on UX and reliability in the leaked details of Apple's iOS 27. Siri has been completely redesigned, moving from a full-screen interruption to a contextual interface within the dynamic island. Apple is implementing a hybrid AI strategy. Simple tasks stay on device for maximum privacy, while complex requests are only sent to ChatGPT with explicit user permission. It is a system built to keep the user in control of their data. Compare that transparency to the recent controversy at Microsoft. A researcher known as Nightmare Eclipse discovered 6 zero-day vulnerabilities in Windows Defender, flaws that allowed attackers to bypass security or extract encryption keys from memory. After Microsoft allegedly ignored the reports for 3 months, the researcher went public. Microsoft responded by banning the researcher's GitHub account. It was a move that prioritized corporate secrecy over user safety, and it has significantly damaged enterprise trust in the Windows ecosystem. The penalties for a lack of transparency extend into hardware. On May 28th, Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket exploded during a test fire. The result was a $2.5 billion loss, including the launch pad and 48 satellites. Blue Origin has spent 2 decades operating in relative secrecy, yet they have still never reached orbit. Meanwhile, SpaceX has completed over 100 missions in 2026 alone. SpaceX's fail fast, learn in public philosophy has allowed them to iterate past the exact kinds of failures that now have Blue Origin grounded for the next 2 years. Whether it is software security or orbital rocketry, the market is now punishing companies that try to hide their flaws or operate in total secrecy. Anthropic's valuation and Blue Origin's debris field are linked by a single systemic correction. The hype cycles of the early 2020s are being replaced by a demand for verifiable results. The primary concern for technology buyers has changed. They are looking past theoretical capabilities to ask if a tool can actually be trusted with their operations and their data. Succeeding in this environment requires a specific combination of traits: Claude's honesty, Apple's privacy, Glean's cost efficiency, and SpaceX's transparent iteration. For investors and developers, the lesson is clear. The most valuable tools in the coming years aren't the ones making the largest promises. They are the ones that are transparent about their limitations. The next trillion-dollar winners are building for human trust first, ensuring their products adapt to users rather than demanding users adapt to them.